Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Sanjoku. We're back at it tonight, live once again, bringing you the third episode of our monocolored series. Tonight we are going green. We're not trying to save the world, we're trying to stomp some face. I'd messed around with this deck a little bit, trying to see if I wanted to go aggro or play the ramp game. There's a pretty good green aggro deck out right now, and everybody's making a few videos about it, so I want to stay away from that. And there's a lot of green ramp out there that everybody's playing, so I really don't want to bring you guys one of those decks. And on this channel, we always go original. So here's what I decided. We'll put the ramp up front, and then we're just going to play it like a singleton. We literally loaded the back of this deck with everything huge in green. If we get there, we're going to stomp some face. We're going to win a lot of games. If we don't, we're going to get totally shit on. But we're willing to take that chance to go out there and have some fun tonight, so I'm not really going to go through a deck tech. I took every card I had that was green in a rare or a mythic and stuck it on the back end of this. The Land of War Elves are about to take a boot, take the hike with rotation. So if you haven't messed around with them and built a ramp deck, now's the time to do it. We're going to jump into some games. We'll play 2 or 3, see what our record is, see if this works out. If it does, people will probably scoop, but it'll be a good time. So without further ado, let's jump into this. Play a few with green good stuff and see how it goes. If you guys missed yesterday's video, we were losing 45-1. Came back and totally destroyed this guy with our white control deck. Even if you don't watch the whole video, because it ended up being about 45 minutes, just watch the last 5 minutes of it. It was really cool. We ended up dropping a finale for 11. So we had 11 2-2s and 11 4-4 angels. I'm pretty sure that guy probably had tears running down his face when he scooped, so it was a wonderful feeling and a very good game. So be sure to check that one out. Now let's see if we can take the trash roach out. Oh, we're looking good. So we got some land, we got our few ramps here, we got the Hydra, we got the ambusher on the back end. Our opponent goes first. We'll definitely keep this. Get a land out there. Really doesn't matter which one of these we play first. We'll go ahead and play him out just because we have the land in hand. Get another forest out there. See what he plays with on. This definitely isn't mono red, or he would have had a play there already. This is going to give us a chance to really kind of push this board. We end up drawing into the god. Definitely not going to kick the Hydra out there yet, because that would be the most pointless move ever. Then pass the turn back. See what other color he's running here. He brings the shock and takes the elf. Maybe this is mono red and he just has a terrible draw. Let's see what's happening. It could just be red removal. Brings his goblin. Let's see. Put a +1/+1 counter on. Alright. We're just going to keep pushing. We could drop the Hydra for 2 here. Really don't see the purpose for that. I'd rather that got a little bit bigger. We can flash this in if he ends up swinging at us. We'll probably end up doing that. So we're just going to pass the turn back here, make him think that he has us stuck, and then flash in the ambusher. No attacks. Take your turn. Plus on the back end, the ambusher won't have summoning sickness, so if we want to swing in and kill something, we can. If he has any more shocks, he's not going to be able to take this. Plays his little firebrand. Still can't swing. Ooh, and he gets his little tokens. Here we go. So we flash in now. Kill this. With the block here. This is only going to hit for 2, so even if he does this, it's not going to kill him. If he has another shock, it's worth it just to get it out of his hand. And he does not. Now we're dealing with a little army here of 1/1s. So we'll go ahead and drop the God out there. Everybody gets a nice bump. He becomes an 8/4. He gets nothing because he has a 0 attack to begin with. But we're going to go ahead and up, and there he goes. We didn't even make it halfway into this deck. Barely got to see the back end of it, and we already saw Scoopsville. Mono red is... That was not a true mono red deck. Come on, true mono red deck probably would have came out and stomped us. He might have had a really bad draw, but if you're playing mono red, you're willing to mulligan down to 4 cards to get exactly what you need. But that was a pretty easy win for us. We're definitely jumping to another one, claim our prize up here. You didn't want any part of that. When you're playing mono red, if you can get big creatures out there, they usually don't have the removal for it, or they're going to have to use 2 removal spells on 1 creature, which totally sets them back. And with the deck that we're running, we were just going to keep dropping huge thing after huge thing. I think he pretty much knew that was over. Here we're kind of getting stuck where we have a big back end. We don't really have the mana to get it out. We do not have the mana dorks. I'm going to try mulligan in this one time just to see if we can get a few more little dorks in our hands here. And we do. That worked out perfect. We'll be able to get into a Planeswalker real early. We'll definitely keep this. We'll end up discarding the Hunger just to see if we can get something a little lower at first. And I'm sure if you've played mono green, you've ran into this guy before. Keep this, pitch that. See what we're running into. Plays the tap land. We'll get our forest out there. We don't have our 1-drop. He plays his elf. We get another land. We'll play out a druid. Poison Tip Archer. This is... I really like this card. I'm surprised it doesn't get more play. I think if he was a 3/4, well, if he was a 3/4, he'd be gold, but I think he really should be. Get another land out there. Go ahead and... Yeah, let's drop our Planeswalker down.
I didn't live through hell to lose to you.
Look at the top 3 cards of our library.
Let me show you what was lost.
He's really good because we have the other sapling producer in this deck, and so you end up getting to the City's Blessing real fast where all these guys are 3/3s. We don't really have the ramp to get to them yet, so we'll go ahead and take the wolf for right now. We're not going to attack. We're going to try to... We won't trade this out. We'll sacrifice that. We pretty much just wanted to get another creature in our hand real quick. So no attacks here. There he goes. We'll let him take the Planeswalker. No blocks on that.
I'll be back. Just like
See
before.
if he has a big 4-drop. He's got the bear. Get into another Planeswalker. Let's go ahead and get him out. Can actually kill the bear. Shaker works out because we'll end up taking the World Shaker here. Everybody's seen the World Shaker. Should we go ahead and take this? Not a lot of people read this. Go ahead and stick some counters on one of our lands and get a good 9/9 out there real quick. We got the Carnage Tyrant as a 7/6. It's more just draw power for us. Let's take Nissa just to be safe here. go ahead and kill this. We'll take the 5. He doesn't sacrifice anything. I didn't think he was going to. Let's go ahead and get this out.
Through this land, we are all connected. Harness the elements.
Go ahead and bring our land out there. We still can't swing into this right now. And let's go ahead and drop out Vivian again.
I've lost so much already.
It's going to buy us a little bit of time to get into some more of our back of our hands here. Click the wrong one there. Take a look at our cards.
You
see what
fight
we got
like
coming.
a city
Definitely
brat.
bring the Hydra out. At this point, we can totally pump that Hydra.
Not
buys
again.
us the extra turn that we needed there. See if he has another play here. He has his own Hydra, so he's pretty much one step ahead of us with this deck right now. This might end up being one that we kind of get crapped on. He went ahead for the double counters and made him a 6/7. Drop it for 5. We'll double up the counters too. Give ourselves a nice 10-11 out there. See if he has a cast down or something that can come out and nail this real quick. I doubt with the board that he's running he has any kind of removal in here. Do we do a Hydra for a Hydra? I'd really like to get this bear off the board. I really don't know if I could take that. Let's see here. I might be dead here. 11, 12. So we gotta block the Hydra. Only way that we stay alive. He brings out his own.
Would you like
Vivian.
to see what's left of Scarlet? For the Fallen.
We get into the old Palaka Worm. We'll get our 7 life. Be another 7/7 out on the board. Play out a forest. We really need to hold him back. So we have to be able to kill something every time he swings in. So no attacks here. We actually have a bigger board now. He's only going to get +1/+1 when he swings in.
Tear it down! Tear it all down!
We get into an ambusher. Let's drop some more dorks out there real quick. At this point, we're probably going to end up using these guys as blockers. We really can't swing in right now because I don't want to lose either one of my big guys to this little jerk right here. We're going to have trouble getting around him with no actual removal in this deck. Let's go ahead and swing. Oh, click the wrong thing. Just passed turnover. I didn't mean to click on that. That was, when you're live, you make mistakes. No attacks. Pass this back to him.
All things begin and end in nature.
Taking a look at his card. See if he gets a draw. Ends up pulling a creature. See what he got. Screwed myself there because I wanted to be able to flash in the ambusher. I'll still be able to. And then if we pass turn back, we'll end up getting another wolf. If we can end up going real wide, we should be able to come back in this game. He plays another Hydra. It's not going to be big enough to kill the worm or anything like that. So he matches it up with the double counters. We get into another land. And we got to get that guy off the board. We're still going to flash this in. Let's go to attacks. If I swing in any of these guys, they're just going to die off. I have to swing one of these two. If I can't swing one of these two because of this guy here, they'll be able to take either one of them out, and I have to have both of them to defend against these three right here. So, no attacks and send it back. And the turn. Gonna have to give somebody vigilance and reach here. He can't negative him again. Gives it to the bear.
I've seen puppies whine less than you.
Brings out his own World Shaker.
Power surges through these lands. The land fights for us.
Get our wolf out there. We're still matching up on blocks real evenly, pretty much. We can kill these two. He'd end up getting through. Get into a druid. That's not at all what we wanted to see. We wanted something huge on our back end right there. There's still not much I could do right here. I honestly should have held that back, so I would have got the token there. No attacks again. Keep dragging this one out. See if Shane P can make a move here. He's going to be able to make another 3/3 out of his lands. He'll be able to search for another card, but he'll end up killing Vivian, so I don't see him doing that. That gives all his creatures trample. Where's my aggressive mammoth? I got it on the back end. Makes
Be
another
wary of the
3/3.
ground you walk on.
He makes his move. I had a feeling that was coming. We're going to see how much we can trade here and still keep. I really need to get rid of this guy if we're going to make a difference here. So we're going to send our 3/3 land straight at him. Our Pelakka Worm will use this to take away one of his lands. We need to send the Hydra at this Hydra, even though it's going to sacrifice it and kill it. We have to be able to block down on these two, so we'll send it. He still might be able to have the damage to get through on that. We're going to have to... Definitely go ahead and take one of the mana dorks. I'm not sure if we're going to survive this, but we got all our blocks in place. Let's see where the damage falls out to. This might end up being game. There it goes. So he was ahead of us on the board the majority of that game. We were running pretty similar decks, except he dropped the black in, and we're doing the mono-colored. Either one of those, that was not the true Golgari deck that's floating around right now. But that was a pretty fun deck for him, too. That was a good game for us. Let's play one more. See if we can go 2-1. Get that good stuff. Jump right back into it. It's always hard taking a loss. Really just want to stomp everybody's face we play. Got the Soul Sight against us. Alright, so we're going to then straight into the Vivian. Be able to search lands, put them straight on the board. We'll have an extra little mana dork out there. We are going we're going second in this game for the third game in a row. We will keep it. See what he has. Ooh, is this true white weenies? Nope. No play for his 2-drop. We'll drop out the Triumph. put a couple more lands in our hand. We're pretty much trying to flood ourselves here. We have every mana dork and mana
Let's
that we
tear
need. We need
this
to get
place
something in our hand
apart.
here.
The mysteries of life are endless.
And I'd really like to keep the sapling guy, but I know we're not going to get there fast enough. So we got to bring the god out there to slow him down a little bit. Ooh, we might end up getting ran over again here.
I always survive. You'll see.
Let's get some mana jerks out there. See if we can pump something big out on the board next turn. Hopefully we can get 2 big drops. If we can drop the god and something else, we might be able to survive this. He just made him a 6/4 flyer. We're not going to block that. We're going to see if we can get into something else big here and just take that 6 damage. We get into the Giganosaurus. So we'll drop that out. See if that'll slow him down for a second. Get into a few more lands. Not swinging this little guy. I don't even know why they give you the option. No attacks. We still can't get past this 6/6. Sends him back in again. No blocks. We will block it next turn and keep him up if we have to. The god's going to make a big, big difference for us here. He knows we have these forests. We'll go ahead and play the god out. If we swing it for 20, he's just going to end up jumping it. And this game's pretty much over, so we're going to swing this 20 just to see what he does. He has vigilance anyways. Let's toss him out there. See if we can knock somebody off his board. He's really making a play to kill this here. No, he has lifelink. Go ahead and play it like that. He's going to kill everybody. Oh, he has the indestructible. Well played. So we'll block this with the reach. He jumps up to 38. There's one thing we're not short on, it's mana. We draw into another mana, so that is definitely it for us. 44 to 8. Let's wish him a good game. Like I said, I had to do, there was a really good chance that we came out and got beat with this deck, but we got to see the back end of it a few times, and it is a fun game, or a fun deck to play. The mono colors, I don't know, there's a lot of synergy with them. I know this one didn't have any synergy at all, just because I wanted to throw the whole back end in there and just have some fun with it, and just play a janky deck. So let's go ahead and get seed out of this one. See if we claim anything. Probably not. So we'll be back tomorrow night. We're going to be doing the mono blue tomorrow night. I'm going to try to make that deck as aggro as possible, since I already went ahead and did the white control. I know it'd be a lot easier to do just a mono blue control, but that white deck, as for as fun as it was, those games just drag on and on. So I want to try to do something super fast with blue. We'll probably end up doing some flyers. I know there's a mono blue aggro deck out there, but it will not be that. We are going to go totally custom with it. It should be a really good time, so make sure you click in or tune in for that one. If you had fun tonight, make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about it. I'm really trying to grow this channel. I appreciate everybody that watches it. Go ahead and leave a comment if you want to see any decks or any cards highlighted on this channel. I would love to do it for you guys. And we will see you tomorrow night.